Well, good morning, everyone. I am Pastor Michelle from Harmony Creek Church, and today I am all in my rainbow, by the way. This is my official rainbow suit that I wear once a year, and I usually wear it for Pride. And so today at Harmony Creek Church, we're having our big Pride celebration, so of course I wanted to dress to the nines, or to the rainbows, I guess. But I wanted to take an opportunity. Today, during our Pride celebration, we're going to be asking people to share with us what Pride means to them. And it's about more than just being proud of things. There's something else with Pride, and I thought I would share my own interpretation of what Pride means. And so, for me, Pride is, it's not about, I want to focus more on LGBT plus Pride. In this video, because I think that we are in Pride Month, right? And so I want to be aware of that, because we could talk forever, right, about Pride, right? I was proud of good grades when I was a kid, I was proud to all these different things. But LGBT plus Pride hits differently than just regular Pride. So a little bit of my background: I grew up in a Southern Baptist church where LGBT Pride did not exist. LGBT plus Pride. Because you weren't, growing up in that environment, I was never proud of the feelings I had toward women. And growing up and being a teenager and struggling with my sexual identity was awful. I was taught I had to be something else. I went through conversion therapy when I was in college, 3 years of it, and it didn't work, obviously. But it took me so long, and not just the LGBT stuff, but it has taken me, and I'm still on this pathway, but it's taken me so long to be proud of who I am. Not only as a lesbian, not only as a woman, not only as a pastor, but just as a human being. Because I struggled a lot growing up with my self-esteem. I struggled so much with seeing myself through the eyes of love. And I know I'm not the only one. I know that there may be some of you out there that struggle with the same exact thing. And if so, then just know you're not alone. And I'm here if you want to ever talk to me about anything. But going back to my own story, so I came out in 2007. I graduated from Cedarville University, a school where I wouldn't have been able to be out anyway. And before I came out in 2007, I really was working to try to make it, try to be straight. I was trying to fit a peg, or a square peg into a round hole. I don't know why that's the analogy I came up with right now, but the point is, I was trying to be someone I wasn't. I dated guys because I was waiting to find the right person. But in 2007, I met my first girlfriend, and everything changed. Because I was like, this is what I'm supposed to, this is it for me. And so luckily, I came out, and I was kicked out of the church where I grew up, which was a amazing thing to happen, because it helped me and led me to the UCC, where I'm at now, as an ordained clergy. But it took me years, and I'm still struggling and still in therapy to get past some of the toxic things I was taught growing up in that environment, especially around the issues of being gay. I was told from the pulpit over and over again that if you're gay, you're going to hell. If you're gay, you're going to get AIDS. And I was told that even when my pastors took me aside and kicked me out of the church. He said a few things. He said, I'm going to get AIDS. I'm never going to be in a committed relationship. And we're probably going to hell was the third one. But and I admit, obviously, I was with my ex for almost 17 years. So there's a committed relationship. And now, things are different in my life now. I continue to evolve. I am divorcing my ex, and now I am dating someone new, dating someone that makes me feel more myself than I've ever felt in my life. But that wasn't what this video is about. But for me, it has taken me a long time to get to that point where I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of who I am, inside and out, every part of my identity. And I'm proud. I'm proud to be a lesbian. I'm proud to be a pastor. I'm proud to be a woman. Like, I am proud of those parts of my identity. I'm proud to be the pastor at Harmony Creek Church, a church that is forever, that is so unique in every way possible. And I love that about Harmony. I love that we are unapologetically who we are. Every single week, we show up as our full selves. And that is so, so important. We don't apologize for being a really progressive, very liberal-leaning church. And we don't apologize for always working for justice. I mean, we are proud of who we are. But the day I finally came out was one of the best moments of my life, because I finally reconciled my identity and everything. And it took me a little bit to reconcile my lesbian identity with being a Christian identity. But I got there, and I was ordained as a UCC minister in 2014, so 7 years later, after I came out. And that's been one of the best things in my life, being a pastor. But I just want to share, like Pride, it's such an important month, and we should be celebrating it every month, every day. We should be proud of who God made us to be. It just took me a while to get there. And it's okay if it takes you a while to get there. It's okay if you're not even out right now. The point is, I hope all of you who are watching this, and even some of you that may not be out yet, I hope you find a trusted adult or a trusted someone, a trusted person that you can share your truth with. Because that for me has helped me a lot. Being able to have people in my life who I can share truths with. When I came out, it wasn't well received from my family. And I lost a lot of friends, and there's family members I don't talk to at all anymore. But the ones who stuck around, the ones who didn't abandon me, the ones who are by my side and didn't leave just because I said I was a lesbian, that matters. Those people, and it helps you realize what's most important in life. And I'll say this, there's a great scene in the movie Love, Simon, which is about a gay teenager who comes out of the closet and everything. And it's such a fantastic movie. One of my favorite scenes is when he tells his mom that he's gay. And what I love is how the mom reacts, and it makes me tear up every time I think about it, because it's such a powerful scene. But the mom says to him that he hasn't changed. She loves him for who he is. And then she says something so profound. She says, like, in the last several years, it's as if Simon was holding his breath. And now he can let it go, she said. Now he can be more him than he's ever been. And so I think about that imagery. And that's spot on for how I felt for the first 24 years for several years, maybe not all 24, but for several years of my life, I felt like I was holding my breath, trying to walk the line, trying to be straight, trying to fit into the box that others were trying to place me in. But the moment I came out, and later in 2008, the moment I found, or 2009, timeline is a little, in 2009, the moment I found the United Church of Christ and went to my first open and affirming church. This is something I'll talk about next week too, because next week is Open and Affirming Sunday. But the moment I found my first UCC church, it was like coming home. Because that's when I think I finally really truly exhaled. Because I think I came out, and there were several months where I was trying to reconcile the Christian part of me and the lesbian part of me. But once I found the UCC, Nexus UCC to be exact, I knew I was able to let go. I was able to exhale. while coughing. I think I took too deep of a breath. Anyway, and so my wish for you, my wish for all of you, is that you find people to be with. Find people who you feel safe with. Find people to be with that you can exhale. That you can exhale and be the most genuine, authentic version of yourself that you can possibly be. And this isn't just towards those in the Q Plus community. This is towards the allies as well. Because all of us, I think, are seeking to be able to just be our most authentic selves. That is what we all want. And at Harmony Creek Church, I truly believe we are creating a space where people can walk through the doors of our church and be 100% them. And in the midst of everything going on in our country, how important is it to find communities of love? Because there's a great song that talks about the midst of war and all this that's going on. I choose love. I choose love. And we know that bombs were dropped on Iran last night or yesterday. And it's scary because a lot of people are talking about how we're getting ready to start World War III. But even in the midst of this, may we be brave enough, courageous enough to choose love. To choose love over and over and over again and never give up. Never, ever give up. And I pray that you are able to be the most genuine you can be. So much love to all of you. And I hope that answered the question for me for what pride means. I think I was all over the place a little, but hopefully you were able to glean what I see pride meaning. Pride meanings more than acceptance, but celebrating who you are. Even the parts of you may not like. Celebrate those parts too. Because all of you, meaning all parts of you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the zits and all, you're loved, you're beloved by God through and through. And nothing will ever change that. So hear me say this, that at Harmony Creek Church, you will always find a place to not only belong, but to be celebrated for exactly who you are. Much love to all of you, and happy Pride.